6 takeaways from Juventus' sound beating of Porto. Juventus beat Porto 2-0 away from home, and it could have, and should have, been much worse. They'll take 2 very important away goals back to Turin, but here are 6 takeaways from the match. 1. Alex Telles' red card changed the game. Juventus were dominant before Telles was idiotically sent off with a second yellow card in the 27th minute, but they couldn't turn their possession and chances into end product. After his sending off though, Porto were dragged side to side by Juventus combinations and constant switches in play, and eventually they just couldn't maintain their staunch defense. They might have had a chance with Telles on the pitch, but without him they were doomed. Add that to the fact that they had to remove their best attacker, Silva, to shore up the formation, and it gets even worse for Telles. 2. Max Allegri's gambles paid off. Allegri's not only made the bold move to change Juventus' system to an ultra-attacking 4-2-3-1, he made a strong statement by benching the team's best defender Leonardo Bonucci following an on-pitch disagreement. Against Porto he saw his team slice Dragos apart time and time again, and his defensive unit snuff out any meager threat Porto showed. It was a big win in a lot of ways for Allegri. 3. Alex Sandro is the complete fullback. The modern fullback is an interesting case. With more and more teams employing inverted wingers, fullbacks have become more and more attacking, expected to contribute in the attacking third just as much, or more as in the defensive third. The best modern fullbacks have incredible engines, great technical skill, and the intelligence to balance attack with defense effectively. Alex Sandro is one of the most well-rounded fullbacks in the game today, and he showed it with another strong performance against his old team. 4. Marco Bacca is becoming Juventus' not-so-secret weapon. Back in November, Max Allegri said Marco Bacca would be decisive for the Bianconeri in 2017, and it's looking more and more like that may be the case. After signing with Juventus in the summer, he sat out almost all of 2016 after suffering a cracked fibula. Now, he's back from injury, the electric youngster is getting more and more minutes, and he's impressing. He came off the bench to change the game for Juventus, and his first ever goal for the club was the perfect reward for his work in such a short time. 5. Miralem Pjanic has become a complete midfielder. Pjanic was known more for his attacking prowess than anything at Roma, but he was always a solid all-rounder. Now, at Juventus in their new 4-2-3-1, he's taken on more responsibility on both sides of the ball, and he's thrived in that role. His passing is incredible as always, but he's covering massive amounts of ground, tackling and intercepting passes on top of continuing to be one of Juve's most dangerous attacking threats. Against Porto he dominated in midfield, and should have had a couple of assists on the day. 6. Porto's crowd was incredible. Their team didn't get a result on the day, but Porto's crowd were still amazing. The Estadio Dragao was rocking the entire time, and they never stopped making noise despite the foibles of their squad.